go! Hey, welcome to TMP, the Mavs pod. This is the high five, something that we do after the game where we take all of the major plays, right? All of the major moments from the game. We condense them down. We do a lot of process of elimination to narrow it down to our final favorite plays. And then we finally decide on, the best 5 plays. But I'll be honest, just between you and me, I got some honorable mentions and I may flub it here or there. My name is Bo. You can find me on Twitter X at Mavs Highlights. I like to rotate the hats, but when you are winning, you stick with what's winning, right? So I'm sticking with just the classic Navy Mavs hat here. Let's start with some honorable mentions, right? Just some plays that didn't quite make the cut, but deserve some commentary, right? This first one's just called Maxey to D Live. Let's see what we got here.
I have to go, and it's only 19-14.
All right, so it's Maxey pulling the Luka, right? So the ball starts with D Live here, and the handoff to Kyrie. Kyrie goes to Maxey. Maxey blows by Coffee there. And he does the nice Luka-inspired wraparound pass right there. D-Live, of course, does the rest. That wasn't even close to being good enough to make the final 5, but it was a lot of fun. Hey, what was your favorite play of the game? What's the play that to you stands out the most? All right, so here we've got another honorable mention just called defense to offense. Oh, Josh Green. Let's see here. So here we got Harden attacking into the paint. Josh Green playing some good defense. Kyrie comes from behind right there. No diddy. Kyrie comes from behind right there. Tips the ball away. Watch Kyrie. Josh, really nice contest. The ball's tipped away by Kyrie from behind. And then PJ swipes it away from Plumlee. And then the ball's just gone right there. Then it's all Josh Green. That started with Josh Green making a really, really nice defensive contest on Harden, just making him uncomfortable, right? And then Kyrie in the perfect time, because that ball's about to go up. Kyrie comes in and swipes the ball away. And this is defense to Mavs offense. This is kind of the theme that I've been working off of for the Mavs here recently, is defense leads to offense. All right, so the next honorable mention didn't quite make the cut, is more defense to offense. Let's check it out here.
It's in the paint. And a wild pass.
So here we've got Gafford and PJ collapse on PG. Bad pass. Kawhi's got to throw it up. This is what I love about this play. I mean, the defense is awesome, but watch here. Watch how quickly PJ gets that ball to Luka. Just like instantly right to Luka. As soon as the ball's in his hands, the ball is to Luka. Boom. Catches it in the air, immediately gets it to Luka. Luka goes up to DJJ, and he does what he does so well. So that didn't quite deserve the high five treatment. And here's a final play. Oh, man. I wrestled with how to get this play into the final 5 of the high five. But instead, it was the last on the cutting room floor as an honorable mention. But I got to show you. Right? Because it's just too good. Because it's so much of this Mavs identity is being brought by the defensive intensity. Let's watch PJ Washington, a.k.a. PJ on Terrence Mann here.
Zubats has it. Outlets. Harden throws it ahead.
So he's thinking, Terrence Mann's thinking, one-on-one break. I got the advantage here. And PJ's going, no, you don't got nothing, man. You don't have any kind of advantage. Are you kidding me, Doris says. He just snatches the ball. He's like, yeah, that's mine. You're on my court. That's my ball. Love the intensity here. Harden makes the right pass. Mann's going to attack. And look, just watch how PJ just absolutely gets in front of him, cuts off his path of attack, and then just clamps. Right there. Look at the clamps. Boom. Right there on the ball. No foul. Right there on the ball. And then PJ is feeling it, right? PJ's feeling it. Yeah! That's who we are. That's the Mavs' new identity. is defensive intensity. Nothing comes easy when this Mavs team is playing their game. All right, so now let's get to number 5. And just to put my cards on the table, I got 2 plays tied for number 5, right? I make the rules, right? This is my high five. You can come up with your own. You can be stricter when it's your video. But I've got 2 plays tied for 5 on the high five. And it's not because these plays are necessarily more dynamic or more spectacular or more game-breaking, but it's what they represent to this Mavs unit, to this Mavs team. And so here we've got a play that's just called Green Corner 3. So Kyrie's on the ball. Luka's battling with Russ. Can we just appreciate these passes that Luka just makes over Plumlee? Just boom, right over there. And once again, PJ in the air catches and passes. He doesn't even wait to land a pump fake. He just immediately forwards the ball to Josh Green, who is a very good, percentage-wise at least, a very good three-point corner shooter. PJ hits him right in stride. The ball's right there in the pocket. Look at that. This play represents the way you win right here. The ball's moving. The ball's flying. If you can hit good corner 3 shooters, that is awesome. What play stands out in your mind? Maybe we haven't gotten there yet. Maybe it'll be on my list, but maybe it won't even make my top 5. What was the play that really stood out the most to you? Man, if we can get Josh Green hitting corner 3s. Whew. With all the energy he brought last night, I wanted to make sure we had a couple Josh Green references here. So that's why in one of the honorable mentions, it's a Josh Green dunk. And here at number 5, it's a Josh Green 3. Because, man, he brought so much frenetic and chaotic defensive energy last night. That, man, he had to be represented. All right, so he's tied for number 5. Who's he tied for number 5 with? Well, here we go. Let's look at one, Mr. Maxi Kleber. And once again, not a electric play, not a phenomenal play, just a good basketball play. Luka breaks down the paint right there. The Clippers collapse. And there is Kleber. There's Kleber, right? Let's watch it again. So Luka off the pick from D Live. No, he pops it back out to Kyrie. Blows past. Actually, it's a pretty good contest from Russ. Pretty good defense there from Russ. Luka still beats him, of course. The Clippers collapse, leave Maxi wide open. That's intentional. And Maxi makes them pay. We need Maxi making them play. Making them pay, excuse me. Boom. If Maxi can do that, that is such a good sign for our Mavericks. So I've got Josh Green hitting a corner 3, and I got Maxi hitting a corner 3. If those two guys can just be consistently decent, I'm not asking you to be Ray Allen. I'm not asking you to be Larry Bird. Just be decent. The decent version of you from the corner, Maxi. The decent version of you from the corner, Josh, will win us games. It'll go so far. All right, so here at number 4, we've got more defense to offense, right? Let's check this out. So here we're starting with defense. I'm sorry, my head's kind of in the way there. So we've got Norman Powell breaking down Kyrie. He passes out. Look at that. He passes out because D-Live pressures. Kyrie pressures. Boom, the ball goes out. Watch Luka's hand. He tips the ball here. Boom, he tips the ball, and DJJ, Derrick Jones Jr., like a good free safety. Watch him. Watch that ball. Watch DJJ now. Watch Derrick Jones Jr. now. He's guarding Harden, but he sees the tip. He gets the steal. Luka gets the ball, and it's out of his hands instantly. And PJ does, in this game, what he had the chance to do earlier on in the first game and missed several, is those layups. You got to make those layups. And so here we've got just a beautiful display of Mavs basketball, right? Powell with the errant pass, Luka with the tip, DJJ with the steal, Luka with the immediate forward to PJ, who makes the contested layup. Man, that is beautiful, beautiful basketball. And these are the kind of plays that are easy to forget about, right? Because there's nothing dynamic. There's not some spectacular dunk or anything like that. There's no alley-oops. We had a lot of alley-oops. But this is just great basketball. D-Live, let's not forget D-Live here. D-Live with the contest, forces Powell to pass. Luka with head on a swivel, tips the ball. Derrick Jones Jr. steals the ball, immediately forwards it to Luka. Luka immediately forwards it to PJ, who takes one dribble and makes the nice layup. Man, that is beautiful basketball. That is beautiful basketball. Let's watch it one more time. Norman Powell breaks down his man. D-Live steps up. The tip, the steal, the pass. One dribble in the bucket. Woo! Woo! The fact that we probably don't even think about plays like that. We remember the scrum. We remember all the technicals and the ejections and the big dunks and the big alley-oops. The fact that plays like that can get forgotten is a phenomenally good sign for our Mavericks, because they're doing stuff like this all game long, and stuff like this, guys, wins you playoff basketball games. The defense collapses, the big man goes vertical, the surrounding support defenders got their heads on a swivel, they're tipping the ball, they're stealing the ball, they're passing the ball. Luka, of course, is one of the guys who can make those passes on a dime. PJ delivers the tough layup. Man, I love that. That was number 4. What's number 3? Here we've got more defense to offense, but the reason this time it's number 3 is because the defense is on one Mr. Kawhi Leonard. Let's watch it. Here we go. So the ball, man makes a nice little kick back to Kawhi. PJ collapses, funnels him into Luka. Look, Luka picks him up. They suffocate, right? They suffocate. And is it Josh that gets the steal? PJ deflects the ball. PJ deflects right there. Look, watch. PJ deflects. Deflects. Josh steals and immediately hands the ball. Look, immediately hands the ball to Luka off the deflection and steal. These guys know where to get the ball. They're getting it to Kyrie or Luka on the break. Luka pushes. Of course, the defense is thinking he's going for it. PJ alley-oop. I love that. I love the pressure on Kawhi. We know he's not fully healthy. We get that, right? We get that he's not fully healthy. But the defense is key for this team. Man, I just love watching these plays. I love watching these plays. That was number 3. Number 3 of the high five. Number 2, it's not technically a play, but it's a moment. So here we've got PJ folding arms. This is the best angle that ESPN gave us of the moment live. Got PJ folding his arms. Man got into his face. Said, "Stop staring at my bench." PJ's like, "I will stare wherever I want, son. I will stare wherever I want." Folds his arm. Gafford comes over there. And I want you to hear what Mike Breen says. Listen to him.
Washington's hot about something.
Listen to him.
Doncic and
This is great. This is a great line.
trying to keep the peace.
Listen, here we go. Listen.
And this crowd loves the feistiness of these Dallas Mavericks.
Yes, we do.
It's a different Mavericks team this
Yes, it
year.
is.
Their defense and toughness make them so tough. Extracurricular.
Where is it?
Their defense and toughness.
Their defense and toughness
make them so tough.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And here's another angle, right?
You see it in all these series.
So here we got man coming up on PJ. We see a little bit more of the altercation. The ref is right there. I want to show you here. There's a really great moment between PJ and the ref. We love to rag on NBA refs. They got the hardest job in the world, right? As far as reffing goes. But I love that you see the ref here just like communicating to PJ why he also got a tech. And you see PJ like a grown man go, "I appreciate that. I appreciate you explaining." Like, watch this. Watch PJ's lips. Watch it. He says, "I appreciate you. Appreciate you explaining it to me." I love moments like that, right? The human moments.
Exactly.
So he's explaining it to him, and he's, "I don't agree, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
The taunt of the bench. Yes, exactly.
Appreciate you." Gives him a thumbs up. All right, so the reason I wanted that to be number 2, the reason that's number 2 is because this is one more example of the mental toughness of this Dallas Mavericks team. Kyrie Irving is a mentally tough leader. Luka Doncic, I mean, he's all passion. He's all emotion. But he's tough as heck. And now these support players, Gafford, Lively, PJ, who am I missing? Derrick Jones Jr. These are tough guys, right? These are guys that you're not going to rattle. They may not be, our support players especially, may not be the greatest three-point shooters, may not be the greatest offensive threats, but they are mentally tough and they are playing as a team. And I love that when Terrence Mann thinks he's going to be a tough guy, PJ's instant reaction is he stops walking. He was walking back to the bench. He did give a death stare over there to the Clippers bench. Good for him. Terrence Mann thinks he's being a good teammate, sticking up for his teammates on the bench. Good for him. Fine. But PJ, who was walking back to the bench, when he gets confronted by Terrence Mann, he just stops. He just stops and goes, oh no. You're not putting your hands on me. You're not telling me what to do. He stops and literally folds his arms and stares death daggers back to the Clippers bench. And I don't know if you saw it, but did you see who was jumped up on the Clippers bench? One Mr. Russell Westbrook. Oh, Russ. All right. So let's talk about Mr. Russell Westbrook. And I've got this as a continuation of that play, right? Because just a little bit later in the game, this moment happens. So Russ thinks he's going to step on the court and be intimidating. I don't think this Mavs team gets intimidated, right? Let's watch him. Let's watch this play. So Russ is going to be a punk, right? He flips Luka around. Luka doesn't like it. Watch this. Here we go. Maxey, being the nice guy that he is. Look at that, man. Look at this. He's just throwing our MVP around. Just grabbing his arm. Man, you could dislocate an arm that way. You could get an elbow that way. It's definitely a technical foul. Definitely probably even a flagrant one. He pushes our guy. Watch PJ step in. Nothing too ugly right here, but just, hey, man, I wish it was actually a little harder. Knowing now that he's going to get ejected because it's the second technical of the game, I wish he shoved him a lot harder. But look, Russ thinks he's a tough guy, right? Russ thinks he's a tough guy. Watch PJ's face. Watch PJ right here. Watch the insanity that is PJ. Let's see if we can zoom in. Yeah, I can. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on old PJ. Watch the insanity of that smile. He's like, oh, you think you're going to push me and intimidate me? Old man? Nah, you're on the back nine. I'm stepping into my prime. Look at the smile. He doesn't lose his cool for a second. Doesn't lose his cool. Look, boom, another man just, they're not going to call it a punch. What do you call that? That's a pretty significant shove to your sternum, right? That's a pretty significant shove to your chest, right? Watch it again. Luka kind of, not up for the fight. But look, PJ takes a shove to the chest and just smiles. Oh, I put it out on Twitter X today. I think PJ might be a madman. I think he might be a psycho, guys. I think he might love the physicality. I think that might be exactly, what he wants. Here we go. All right. So Russ doing his thing. There we go. All right, cool. All right, now let's see what I thought was the play of the game. Once again, not one of the huge alley-oops or anything like that. And maybe technically it's two plays, but it's in just a certain stretch of seconds. Let's watch Mr. Kyrie Irving and Mr. Daniel Gafford. Join me.
Irving, three-pointer. That's good.
Oh.
Kyrie Irving from way
Oh.
downtown.
Oh.
The lead is back up to 17.
There it is. Back up to 17. After the Clippers had gotten it to 6.
Goes inside.
Oh!
From Gafford. Daniel Gafford with the rejection.
That is a grown man feeling himself right there. That's a grown man stepping up and playing some defense. Watch this D right here.
So Luka gets.
Oh!
Daniel Gafford
Daniel
with the rejection.
Gafford. Luka does get blown by. PG puts a little shake on him and leaves Luka in his tracks. Watch.
Exploded.
Right there, he leaves Luka. Luka, I think, plays him for the 3. And PG's going to dunk the snot out of that ball. He's going to rip the rim off, right? If he has anything to do about it. But watch. Daniel Gafford sneaking over. Oh, okay, so who's going to win this battle? PG gonna get a foul at least?
So Luka.
Oh! Look at that. You jump high. I jump higher. Look at that. Apex, pinnacle of the ball. Hand on ball, no foul.
Gets blown by.
And then Gafford just feeling it. Look at that. Bop, left hand. His offhand. What a nice play. All right, so here we got Kyrie pushing the lead back to 17. Boom. Let's just watch this smoothness. Let me get my head out of there for Kyrie here.
Irvin, three-pointer.
Pop. Doesn't even touch the rim. So the Mavs are feeling great. They know that they can hold on this quarter. They got a 2-1 lead. But PG, watch PG, watch PG. Blows by Luka. Gafford is in the right spot at the right time.
Daniel Gafford with the rejection.
Grown man, Daniel Gafford. Didn't show up in the first 2 games for whatever reason. Were the lights too bright? Was it just unfortunate foul trouble? Was it little injuries? He showed up in game 3. And he and Kyrie end up with the #1 play on the high five. Kyrie, pop. Just threads. Just threads. But still the beginning of the fourth quarter, the Clippers think they got a chance. They think they can whittle it away. Something like this just breaks your... Oh! Just breaks your spirit. Just absolutely breaks your heart. Gafford, knowing he belongs on this court. Knowing he's a playoff big. Let's watch this. Here we go. Ready? He meets him at the apex. Oh.
This building is exploding.
Meets him at the apex. Look at George going up for just a tomahawk one-hander.
This building is exploded. So Luka gets
Gafford says, "No, sir."
The Mavs are
and that, my friends, is the high five. I'll see you next time. Go Mavs! Woo!